I'm going to go back to the playlists. We are going to listen to some kind of music here tonight. That music is not what I'm feeling tonight. We're going to go right there. All right, we good. All right, Kitchen, you're on dispel duty. So if the runecasters get their bullshit off, you need to get mass dispel. By the way, that's the only thing I'm gonna ask you to do, other than doing what you do, because I don't want to punch through the shields.
I'll do what I don't.
Alright, so I'm just gonna grab them all. You know the drill by now, Dad. I don't need to explain this shit to you. You know what's gonna happen before it does. Alright, here we go. Remember, we're going after runecasters. Or runecasters. Alright, remember to stack on the boss, by the way. I need both of you to stack on the boss. Don't be out there. There you go. The other guy, he's on his own. I'm not helping him, by the way. He's not a part of the program. I am, if he gets, ice tombed, I'm ignoring him. Flat out. 100. Oh, never mind. He actually got with the program. Nice. Most bugs don't do that. Okay, I'm stuck. Never mind. That was a illusion. I know you don't get with the program, Joseph, or you would be in the party with us. I understand that, but that's fine. Alright, he don't want to get that, that's fine. I can live with that. I'm stunned, I can't do anything. I know I told my stream when we took a break. God, it's probably been an hour or two. I said I was coming right back, but I never did. But that's fine. I had to eat dinner though. Dinner was more important. Don't forget to dispel. Thank you. It's really bad for warriors. We can't punch. When enemies have shields, when we connect with them with our auto swings or anything, we don't get rage back. That's why it's pretty imperative. Not only just because they're absorbing damage. When you have a warrior tank, they're in pretty bad shape. So kitchen, how are you tonight? Are you happy? I would say the kitchen's pretty happy. You're pretty quiet though. That's why I need to check in with you. Happy but tired. Well, we gotta fix that, dude. We got 2 runecasters this time in this poll, so just be mindful. You might have to dispel more than once, but I'll let you know. All they're doing is putting their buff on the target. Now you got to dispel. They got the bubble now. There you go. Alright, so I feel like I don't have to explain this next boss, but I'm going to do it anyway. It's imperative we all stack because I don't have a ranged taunt as a warrior, so it's pretty imperative that we stack because if that melee guy goes Kabanso, I have to move and I don't want to move. So, Dad, let me ask you something. Are you excited about going to Naxxramas on the 13th? Absolutely. So, listen, we're going to go in there, and I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. You're going to show up in your diaper, okay? And we're going to just go in there, and we're going to blast that shit out, dude. We are going to do it. Kitchen's going to actually show up. Kitchen really didn't get to raid too much with us. You get to raid with us on the down end, but I'm telling you, when Kitchen showed up for Sisterhood raids, it was a good time. And this time we're gonna have Kitchen, we're gonna have Dad there. It's gonna be the core 10 members. It's gonna be a good time. We don't have to do 25 mans anymore, unless we really want to.
Have internet that works now.
Yeah, exactly. So you'll be able to show up, Joseph, and actually do something. Holy shit! I mean, if that doesn't get you turned on, I don't know what will. Oh, got somebody else to join. Is that my
check.
Listen, that's my paladin, isn't it? That's my little ret.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Listen, we're talking shop right now, buddy. That's exactly
Yeah, tell me about it.
Oh, I was just talking about how, you know, this. So basically, you already know who I am. I'm A-Free. I'm the loud one. I'm the one that goes balls deep into everything. I'm the one that's present. But I was just talking about this time. We're going to Naxxramas on the 13th. Kitchen's actually going to be able to show up. Joseph is actually going to have good internet. He's actually going to be able to do shit. Dad's gonna be there, so Kitchen is not gonna be like the default oldest guy there anymore. He's gonna have another dude there, and it's like, yeah! God, I am just... Listen, Kitchen, I'm pretty old, man. I'm almost 40. Like, come on now. I'm almost 40. I'm getting up in the old man club. It's nothing.
Yeah, that's
36.
pretty bad. I'm 45.
See, look, there you go. Listen, there's 3 of you now. I'm 36. I'm getting up there. But that's, you know... I don't know, man. I'm stoked. We're going to next Ramus, damn it, in 2 weeks, man. 2 weeks. We're gonna go in there. I'm telling you, this is what's gonna happen. This is what's gonna happen. We're gonna go in there, and we're gonna clear the whole damn raid on the first day, and then the next day it's gonna be like, well, shit, we cleared everything. What are we gonna do? And it's like, oh, we're going back to Karazhan. We're going back to Black Temple. That's where we're going. We're going to damn Black Temple at that point. Let's do it. It's gonna happen.
I need to do Karazhan anyway to get that dang mongoose.
Well, there you go. Well, if you want to do that, we could probably go in there tonight and get you that. That's pretty easy. We got everyone else that the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, I'm down whenever you guys want to.
My question is, how are you doing tonight? How are you?
Me, I'm pretty good. I had a little nap. I'm feeling good.
Well, see, there you go, dude. That's all that matters. My question is, are you ready to off tank for Nax Ramus?
I guess I gotta be, don't I?
Hey, listen,
I could.
I'm Joseph. If you want to off tank, you can, dude. It's just you sound like you wanted to, and then you're like, well, allegedly, and that means to me, that's like, well, I'm not
giving you shit. I always say allegedly.
Well, I know, but it doesn't matter who off tanks. As long as we got an off tank, that's all that matters to me. I don't want to pug one. That's my biggest problem. As long as you guys got the gear and you can do it, that's all that matters to me.
Man, I ain't gonna be sporting heroic gear, but I'll be sporting plenty of defense and stuff.
Well, as long as you got the defense cap and you don't care to do it, that's even better. Then we'll have another rat DPS in there. Because God knows I want my full raid DPS to be nothing but rats, just like in Karazhan 2 years ago. We went in there with nothing but paladins and blew that shit up. Yeah! God, I'm ready.
Was that the one that we did in an hour?
Yeah, we did it under an hour. It was nothing but paladins, dude. Under an hour.
And we didn't even have all the fancy fucking Serpent Shrine Cavern gear that was available at the time.
Exactly. We just went in there and killed that shit, dude. Alright.
Most of us were mostly in maybe a handful of Karazhan gear, maybe half of our tier 1 set.
Yeah, exactly.
And fucking heroic gear.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah, I know. And then, like, everyone got all pissed off and pissy with me about that, but it's like, oh, damn. That was my fault, Dad. That wasn't a you problem. That was me. I stood in that. Oh, there's your pants, dude. Congratulations. Congratulations. Oh, look, there's another drill crafting pattern for me. Hell yeah, let's go. God, God.
I love how you're so excited all the time.
Listen, dude, you just rolled 100. Listen, this is you. Listen, yeah, this is your night, dude. This is your night. Listen, we're going again. Hell yes. Oh, wait a minute. I'm not the leader. Kitchen, you gotta cue us, man. You're the lead, man. Only the leader can do that. Alright, so here's the deal. We're going to Karazhan. We have to pug some people. We have to pug maybe 3 or 2 at the most, depending on who all shows up. But I'm gonna tell you one thing though. It's gonna be pretty magical. Oh, dude, your weapon drops from here. Listen. Hold on. Shut the front door. Your weapon drops in here.
About to drop right now, too, isn't it?
Yeah. It's definitely.
What is the weapon?
It's the axe at the end, the last boss. It's the
Oh,
colossal skull cleaver. This one, the big boy, dude. That's the big boy one.
Wow, yeah, check that out.
That thing's gonna drop, dude. That's all that matters. That's gonna drop, and no one's gonna be happy about that. Alright, I'm looking to see what else drops in here. It's a bunch of hit rating DPS pieces, but I'm gonna give Kitchen the condom.
You get your UP sword and COS shield.
Well, I guess that's true. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this. Oh,
I'm
never mind.
asking you.
I did get my pinnacle sword. I did get my shield from badges. I did not. We have not gotten Strathholm yet, but I don't even need that. The badge one's better for me anyway. So basically, I can't remember if you were there for it, Joseph, but we went into the heroic keep basically, and that asshole with full ret gear rolled against me, and I'm telling you, I knew it was coming. I won that shit. Absolutely 100% want that shit. Alright, I'm going to pull the rest of this. So if you could repentance one of the sky guys, probably the one that's, well, never mind, it's on me now. Don't worry about it. I was going to say you can repentance one of these guys and take them out of the fight for a little bit, but it's fine.
I need to get that thing on my bar. Is that a retribution?
Yeah,
skill?
it's a ret talent ability, yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead. So by the way, I'm gonna tutor you. By the way, you're gonna be my little pupil, and I'm gonna basically tutor you on everything about Paladin. Which I'm sure you know how to play Paladin, but you don't know how to play Paladin, man. I'm gonna teach you.
No, I don't know anything about playing Paladin. I don't know.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you a true story. Shut up, Joseph. Listen, I'm gonna tell you a true story. 2 years ago, I arrived on this server, I made the best guild in the game, which was the Sisterhood, and I trained every single paladin that joined our guild. I trained them myself, and they were the best paladins in the game. That's how we got through content, because they literally used their hand spells, they used their cleansed ability. I didn't have to tell them what to do, they just fucking did it, and we got through content like it was nothing. And it was amazing. Wait, what are hand spells? We have kitchen. I'm telling. Listen. I'm gonna tell your wife to wear the dildo, man. Telling you, you're not doing that. You're not Azure, okay? We ain't doing that. Can't be having that. Or we're going behind the tree. Did we have one of those jump away, or he shouldn't come back into us? Yeah, he did. That's
There's
fine.
no gift for the cod piece scene for Metalocalypse. Damn it.
Alright, we're gonna pull the boss here in just a second. Dad, you need to focus a little bit. But basically, here's the gifs. By the way, I need to look at your build, because I'm gonna tell you everything I know about Paladin, and I'm gonna tutor you on how to be a better Paladin than everyone else, basically on the server. We're going after ads first on this boss fight, by the way. So do not attack the actual boss. We're killing ads, because ads heal him, and you can't do any real damage, meaningful damage, because they heal him. So basically, here's the biggest thing. I know everything about paladins and what. TK, shut up. You don't. You play a Shadow Priest main, TK. I want to hear this bullshit that comes out of your mouth. So TK, I see some Mind Seer. Yeah, Kitchen is doing Mind Seer tonight. He is our Shadow Priest for tonight. But where was I going with this? So basically, it doesn't matter what spec you are as a paladin, you need to use your full kit. You know, you need to be using, hand of sacrifice on tanks. You need to use divine sacrifice when everyone's taking damage to help the healers, which divine sacrifice is a prot talent, which we'll talk about that in a little bit. But Hand of Sacrifice, you got to be using that on the tanks, basically. Hand of Salvation, there is going to be a glyph. I'm gonna go out and buy you all the glyphs that you need to be using, by the way. You don't need to worry about any of that shit. I'll take care of it. Don't worry about it. But there's a glyph for... There's your belt, by the way. You take that. There is a glyph for Hand of Salvation that literally turns that into a tank cooldown and still gives the threat reduction, but for Ret, it's just flat 20% DR, basically. It makes you very tanky, basically. So you want to be using that glyph, and then basically be using Hand of Sacrifice when you know like AoE damage is coming out and you need to protect yourself. Because that's what I would... Go ahead.
I use it on myself?
Yeah, you use it on yourself.
But doesn't Hand of Sacrifice just make me take the damage?
No. Okay, so... Hand of Sacrifice... Okay, so this is how it works.
It gives the damage reduction in addition to sharing the damage, right?
Yes.
But since I use it on myself, it's only the damage reduction?
No, okay, so what I'm talking about is Hand is... Okay, I said that wrong, by the way. I'm too excited. I need to calm down. Okay, well, let me...
You can't put it on yourself.
Shut up, Joseph. So, I know more about paladins because I fight them all the time. You don't know more about paladins because you fight them, TK. It doesn't work that way. But anyway, Hand of Salvation, which is the one that drops your aggro, that's the glyph I'm talking about. You use that, it reduces your aggro, and it gives you 20% DR, basically. And that's damage reduction. So when you use that, you're going to be using that on yourself mostly, unless you have to use it on the healer if your Hand of Protection's down, basically. That's how I basically use that. If I have to use Hand of Salvation on someone else other than myself, I usually use it on the healer because they need it more than myself at that point. Because otherwise, I'm there to go big dick and shove my sword so far down the boss's throat. I want the threat. I want the tank to be mad at me because I'm doing so much damage. I'm pulling that threat. And then I have to reset everything because the tank cried himself to sleep. That's kind of how it is. And then Hand of Sacrifice is the one that you use on the tank, and you take the damage and you mitigate the damage for the tank. But the damage that you take, that you're mitigating for the tank, it's not going to matter. That part you don't need to worry about because you're going to use that, and then you have your Sacred Shield, which you should be using on yourself all the time. You use that, and when that procs, you use Art of War, Flash of Light, and get a crit heal, and you're fine. And then, go ahead. Someone was going to say something, my bad.
No, I didn't hear anything.
Okay. Maybe it was just me. Anyway, basically, you just need to be using your hand spells more effectively as a paladin. Even when you're tanking, even when you're DPSing, you're basically playing a paladin, you're bringing another healer to the party, basically. That's really what it comes down to. Paladins and shamans are the best classes in the game because they bring so much support to the table, and those two classes are the classes that get you through the content no matter what. And for Ret in particularly, like, I'm going to set you up with the Glyph of Divine Storm, which the Glyph of Divine... I'm going to go ahead and we're going to try something different here. I'm going to see if they fix this. So basically, this is the way Azure does this boss fight. Yeah, okay, he's stuck. We don't have to worry about ads now. He kind of gets stuck there, and you don't have to worry about those ads. But Glyph of Divine Storm increases the heal from that by 40%, and that's the glyph I use. Because the Ret Paladin glyphs that you get, while they're good and they increase your damage, there's only a couple that actually matter, and one of them is for your exorcism, and it increases the damage of that by, I think it's 30 or 20%, and then you got one for judgments that increases that by 10% damage increase. But my way of thinking is as a ret paladin, you're going to be top on the meter no matter what. You want to be using glyphs that utilize increasing your survivability, increasing the party's survivability. So if you're going to be getting glyphs that increase the survivability for the party, you're already off to the races at that point. And glyph of Divine Storm combined with just using Judgment of Light is so much healing output. On most 5-man dungeons, I'm second on the healing meter. I'm doing as much healing as the actual healers at that point. It's ridiculous. It's pretty good. What is going on here? We got this mage that hurt my feelings just then, and we're gonna get feared here pretty soon, Dad, and you need to bubble yourself. Because I can't find the one that's on you. There you go. When I say bubble, you want to use Divine Shield, by the way, and that's what I'm talking about. I'm stunned. I am stunned. I need help. Bad.
I was also stunned. I was trying to lay on hands, but
it's fine. Keep going.
Stunned again.
Alright, I stunned everything. Hold on. Dad, there's nothing I could have done there. It's fine. Keep going. Yeah, we're dead. Alright, I'm going to look at the damage meter. Not to call out everyone being bullshit, but I'm going to call... Okay, so let's look at this. I think this guy's Frost. For as much AoE damage that was being pushed out there, that guy was not carrying us. I tried to meld, it was too slow. Listen, Dad, it's fine. I'm not worried about it. But yeah, when I call out for you to bubble, that's probably more important than using your wings, because if you bubble, then you don't have to worry about the fear going out. You can protect the party more. And by the way, when you were tanking earlier tonight, I was trying to help you, by the way, when I was taunting things off of other people, because that's how, when I'm playing Ret, I teach all my paladins to use their taunts when they're DPSing to help me to help the party, because the tank has so much shit going on that if I get stunned or I just have so much shit on me and some other ad or something happens and something else is going towards another party member and we have another paladin in a group, I want them to basically use their taunt, and as long as they're by me, I'll just pick it up, basically. And that's what I was doing with you tonight, and I was hoping that wasn't upsetting you, because there was a couple times...
No, it worked out fine. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind if somebody else has aggro as long as they're not dying from it.
Well, when I have to taunt and I'm being red, I just stand by the tank and I wait until they actually take the threat before I do anything. Alright, so let's go ahead and put this back on you. I think we got majority of those. Yeah, this guy is Frost. I wish he was Fire, so we would have got through that a little bit faster, but that's fine. Where is Kitchen? I think Kitchen's coming. But you made out like a damn bandit tonight, dude. You got the pants, you got both tanking trinkets, dude.
Yeah, that was crazy lucky. I see people crying for that trinket all the time, especially from the spider boss. They're like, this is my millionth time and I still don't have the trinket.
That's pretty cool, TK, that you're playing on your warlock. But you know what, dude? You went in there and you got everything tonight. That's crazy. Like, that trinket didn't drop for me on the first try. I had to go in there multiple times. It was rough. But what I was telling you about that weapon that dropped in Keep off that first boss. So Paladin tanks want slow weapons. They want DPS weapons, by the way. So you will not be using a traditional actual tanking weapon until much later down the line, by the way, because how Paladin's seals work. Hold on, I'm going to get this other guy, and then I'll continue my thought process. But basically, just like if you're playing Red, you want the slowest, highest top-end weapon damage for Seal of Command. And that mentality works for every one of the Paladin Seals. So you want to basically... you want to use a DPS weapon. That's really what I'm trying to get at. And the only weapons that are only good, you only have 3 options at this point. Even when Nax Ramus opens up, all the tanking weapons that drop out of Nax are all terrible for Paladins, by the way. They're awful. They have good tanking, they have good tank stats, but they're too fast. So basically, that sword drops out a keep off the first boss. You got the Evan Blade one-hander, and then you got the blacksmithing crafting weapon. I arguably think the blacksmithing crafting weapon's the best one, if you don't mind to put in the time to get all the materials, but you definitely want to get a slower tanking weapon. That changes a lot of the dynamic for tanking for you, because you start hitting like a damn truck. You don't lose aggro as much. Your snap aggro actually matters at that point, because you have the higher damage, so your seal and your Hand of Righteousness actually does shit at that point. It's pretty big. Okay, I don't know what is happening there. I use my Thunderclap and
I'm using this thing right now.
That's the one.
It's the exact same stats as that sword.
Here's the thing,
I
though.
checked it before I rolled.
No, this is the thing you missed on. This is the biggest critical thing I just told you about. That axe you got, it has the same stats as that sword, but it's too fast. That other sword
had a different speed.
It had a slower speed. You wanted that sword, basically. So it's fine. Arguably, you want to use the Ebon Blade sword from Reputation, because that is like the best one you can get, unless you're going to craft that mace from blacksmithing. Because it's pretty like the only weapon that's good, that's fast, that's arguably the best tanking weapon, is the one that's out of Nax Ramus 25, which is the last laugh, which is off the last boss, which we won't be seeing the light of day of that for a while, until we actually find another 15 people willing to actually run that. There are not a bunch of tards. TK, what is your problem with playing gnomes, man? You're either I get your aspect of being a damn undead, but damn, you want to be a sniffa, man? Come on now. Sniffas are terrible creatures, dude.
Are they a jawless undead female?
Are you a jawless undead female, TK? That's one of our guild members' wet dream, is to have that. That's all they think about. That is a pretty good belt for Ret if you don't have the leather one for badges.
I'll remember when they don't get on anymore.
Yeah, I know. Oh shit. Okay, we are.
I can't roll beat on it though, because
it's fine. Don't worry about it. Alright, so here's the deal, by the way. You need to get rid of that poison. So either cleanse the poison or use abolish poisons. Because the spear guys, that poison just rips through everyone's HP. And we don't want that.
I'm only seeing it on you. I've only seen it come up on you. I cleansed it each time it came up.
Yeah, well, I think...
And the magic, they're putting some kind of magic on you too. Or it's showing me the magic over the poison.
Well, a lot of the times they'll hit someone else by random, and I just don't want it to anyone else. So here's another thing. I want to explain a mechanic to you guys. Kitchen doesn't need to worry about it, but basically these rune shapers, the ones that dual wield, they do a blade storm, which is a whirlwind. If you know what blade storm is, they stay in place and they do a whirlwind, does a lot of damage. When they're using whirlwind, when they're using the blade storm, you want to stun them or use your repotence on them, basically, to get them out of that, because we don't have any other source of God, they just fucking love you, Dad, for some reason. But we don't have no form of interrupt, basically. So stunning them and using blind or silence is the way to go, basically. That's how you prevent most groups from dying from here. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to pull this room, by the way. I'm going to get the rep. I know a lot of people just want to get in and get out, but I also want to actually get some rep on this character if I'm going to actually start playing this character again.
Be a warrior, huh?
Well, this is what I've mained for 2.5 years on this server, was warrior, because paladins weren't as good in Burning Crusade as Prot. So since we got the Wrath of the Lich King finally, my dream has come true. I get to play Prot Paladin again, and it's just like, I just want to play Prot Paladin. I don't want to play any other tanking class, but I have to play the other tank classes. And warrior is pretty boring for me because they're too selfish, basically. They're not a paladin. I can't save the group. I can't do anything. I can't put my hands on anybody. I can't put my hands on the thick thighs that save lives or anything as a warrior. I just get pissed off as a warrior. That's all I do. And I hold up my shield. I guess that's all I can do. Alright, so Dad, this is what you need to do, by the way. You need to wait until I at least get the thunderclap out, and then you can start healing.
What?
Dad, move. Move. Okay, here you go. You good. You good. You're standing right on top of that blade storm. I didn't want you to die. So basically, if you heal before I get the thunderclap out, they're always going to get to you, Dad. I'm not a paladin. I don't have incredibly retarded snap aggro. It's just something you got to get used to with warriors. Now, if I had some rage potions, which I'm going to have to get off my fat ass and actually get out there and get some more rage potions crafted, then I wouldn't have to worry about that.
Oh, you can drink those like mana potions and
Yeah.
you get rage up?
Yeah,
Really?
absolutely. Yep. When you're raiding as a warrior, you need to have a lot of rage potions. Because if you don't, you can't get snap aggro in the worst scenario. You won't be able to pick up aggro quick enough. Especially when you have to taunt back off of the off tank. I think I'm about to hit, not Exalted, but I'm going to hit, actually, never mind, I already hit Honored with this. So once I get the Revered, I can get those two pieces from the Accord, which is the cloak and the chest piece. And if I keep going with that, I think there's also another piece with there, if I remember right. That's going to be factions, because we're not looking for gear drops at the moment. Oh, that's just DPS pants, that's right. No, but there's 3 pieces from there. So you get the chest, you get feet, and you get the cloak. So that's a pretty big fucking deal. All right, we're gonna do something stupid, Dad. We're gonna do something stupid. Let's go. We're doing something stupid tonight. Now we got a lot of rune shapers in here, so you need to protect your butthole a little bit. I'm just saying. But with how much AoE we have in the party, I'm not worried about it. Just make sure that by the way, make sure you're keeping your Sacred Shield up on yourself. So if you do get hit by an AoE, it's going to absorb that damage. You got to get into that. And I'm going to hook you up with a build after we get out of this heroic. I'm going to just basically retune your whole ret build. And we're going to retune your whole paladin, your whole prot build. I'm going to make you the best paladin on this server besides me, because I'm the best damn tank on this server. There's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it. I might not have all this fancy, Black Temple, cool transmog bullshit or whatever, but I'm telling you, I know more about tanking than most of these tards on here. They don't use a shield wall. They don't use any of their cooldowns because they just think, well, you know what, the healer can carry me. That moment when you just are dying for some rage, but it just doesn't happen. I'm gonna stun him, and hopefully you guys will be able to kill that. Alright, Dad, this is what's gonna happen. There's gonna be a lot of AoE damage that's gonna be putting out here. I'm gonna charge into this one. I'm gonna use Last Stand here until you get up here towards me, and that'll be enough to... I'm gonna stun. Last Stand is still going. When I lose... Oh, okay, I'm good. I was low HP, and then you got me. Someone got me. That was a lay on hands, I think. Yeah, improved lay on hands. Alright, Dia, where's that swiftness, man? Come on, get me through this. Get me through this. I appreciate the lay on hands, though.
I was looking for Hand of Sacrifice, actually.
That's all that mattered, because I saw my HP disappear. I thought, well, he used his swiftness and got me, topped me off. And then I was like, no, that's got to be a little bit more, because Druid heals don't do crazy amounts of HPS, even when you use Healing Touch or Nourish. Alright, we got through there. Someone left the party. That was Joseph. He left us, but that's okay. I think he went to go be with his boyfriend, which is fine. And I don't mean that in a negatorial way. He hangs out with his best friend all the time, and I just call him his boyfriend, because the way he talks about him, they sound like they're married. So... You don't have it yet, but this is a prime example about when I'm going to talk about a certain ability. We're going to get you this. We're going to... No, listen, forget your gnome, TK. I don't like... Gnomes are not attractive, but... when you get Divine Sacrifice and then Divine Guardian at this point, you want to use your bubble and then use that when he does the Nova, the Lightning Nova, and that trivializes all the damage intake. Especially if you have a disciplined priest in your party and they know how to actually get through they actually know to pre-shield everybody and then use Divine Sacrifice. Nobody takes any damage on the Lightning Nova. It's so good. Alright, so here's your weapon. Your weapon's dropping, by the way. You better be excited.
I'm pumped. I'm ready.
You need that. You need the big boy weapon. That's all that matters. You need to use Tranquility, Dad. Here you go. Now use the Wild Growth. Heal yourself also, Dad, because he's got his mark on you. Which there's nothing I can do about it. I don't have any hands for you tonight. Here comes the next AoE. Get ready. Everyone's going to get hit. You're taking the most damage, Dad, so you basically need to really top yourself off first. Everyone, look at that, dude!
It did.
Dude,
Oh
listen,
my gosh.
listen.
Get the heck out of here.
Here you go, dude. There's your weapon. There it is. All right. You're just gonna listen. You're just gonna be a little pumper, man. Little pumper. Alright, so I'm going to go back to Firefox real quick, and then I'm going to link you something. Alright, hold on just a second, then we'll keep going. So you need that, and then you'll need this, and then where's that other? There it is. Alright, I want to link this. Okay, so I'm going to link you, I'm going to DM you on Discord the Paladin build. I want you to go set that up. And then we'll turn right around. I'm going to clear this out. That also has the glyphs on there that you will want. I'll give you the prop Paladin one as well. Oh.
I waved to you.
I know, I saw you.
Hello. Hello.
I see you, dude. I see your little thing here. I got you.
Around.
I know. Hold on, I got you. Wait, hold on. Wait. You're not ready. You're not ready for this. Hold on. I'm not done yet. That's the mood right now. That is the mood. Alright, so I'm going to link this build. Alright, I'm going to give you this other link is for the prop build. You go set that up, and then we'll continue. Well, maybe hit the button so we get in the dungeon because we were queued. So TK, tell me about what's going on with your warlock. TK, you demonology, you in there crushing noobs, eating them for breakfast? Don't tell me you're infliction, because if you tell me you're infliction or destro, I don't want to hear about it. You gotta be demo, you gotta be crushing noobs. Just game it, Destro. Dude, Destro's terrible. Dude. You gotta go demo, man. You gotta crush noobs. All right, so someone didn't click the thing, so we're on cooldown. So go sell stuff in your mailbox, or in your inventory, and then we'll continue. Dude, Soulfire is terrible, dude. You go in there with demo and you do a Soulfire for 12k plus the initial execute on top of that, you win the game, dude. Soulfire on as demonology is the win, dude. I promise. That's sad. I gotta get 25 for that. Warlocks are king if they're demonology. If they're not demonology, they're terrible. Because Destro and Infliction, they're both PvP specs and they don't do enough AoE damage. Kitchen, where are you, by the way, in the game? I think you're okay, I think I see you. I have to crash. I'm about to fall out of my chair. Okay, that's fine. I was going to give you something real quick before you leave. Let me at least give you this, and then you go to bed. I'm going to give you quite a few things, so hold on. Just sit there for a moment. Hold on. Shit, there's going to be something else here. There's that. So, Kitchen, before you leave, can you give me hit rating to gloves? Shit, I'm trying to look for it on this loot atlas. I can't find this shit, period. It's right here, actually. It's this one. Dude, my reputations are terrible on this character. I need to actually get off my ass and actually go out there and grind a little bit. I don't have it. Alright, well, that's fine, Kitchen. Go to bed. It's fine. Thank you for hanging out with us, dude. I appreciate you coming and hanging out and being my little undead goth girl tonight. And bringing on the pain and making people suffer. I mean, if that doesn't turn you on, I don't know what will. Remember, Kitchen, we're going to Naxxramas on the 13th, man. And the 14th. We're doing stuff. Been fun to catch up with you. Alright, Kitchen, I'll see you tomorrow, man. I'll be here. So I'm going to ask you guys something. Do you guys got any damage to necklaces?
Damaged necklaces, you say?
Yeah. It's a green item, and it's for jewel crafting. If you get any of those, I want those because this is my jewel crafter, and it takes 3 damage necklaces to get 1 blue cut gem, basically. So if everyone funnels their damaged necklaces to me, I'll get all the cuts, basically, and then you don't have to worry about having to ask some pugger for cutting your gems.
Got it.
Alright, so if you go respec your character real quick and do that real quick for your rep build, then we'll go ahead and we'll continue doing heroics, because you really do want to have Divine Guardian, so your Sacred Shield lasts 1 minute, and so you can get the damage reduction and absorb the damage for the party. Kitchen has arrived on his sniffer. S-Priest is better. Listen, Kitchen, or not Kitchen. Listen, TK, Shadow Priest is not better than Warlock. Warlock runs all over S-Priest, man. Don't make me pull my Warlock out and just actually blow up the entire meter, man. I'll show you what's up.
Is there a pally trainer in Outland?
No. You gotta go to a main city.
I thought so.
It's sad, I know. We don't get that. Listen, we don't get that until, like, I think, shit, what was Hather Cataclysm? That was Mist of Pandora, wasn't it? Yeah, I don't think we get that until Mist of Pandora. Because they fit, so like Dalaran and Shatrath do not have an auction house unless you're an engineer, and they fixed that problem in Mist of Pandora. Someone else left the party. That is... Kitchen went to raid chat, voice chat, apparently. I'm assuming he was trying to leave the game, but... So, Dad, how are you doing, by the way? How are you feeling? Not bad. I got one more in me. Well, there you go. We're gonna do one more, and we're gonna squash it. I do feel like, though, Dad, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think you should, honestly, for your gymming, I think you should just flat out go full spell power and haste gyms. To be honest, because I feel like need Ruby. Well, no. Listen. You're not listening to me. I'm saying going full on spell power and haste rating. Ruby is a red one. What I'm talking about is an orange gem, dude. That's what you need to do. You need to flat out go full on haste and spell power. Now, granted, I know what you're thinking about. You need a red gem for your meta socket, but listen. Orange gems count as a red gem, so you don't need to worry about that. And I don't have that cut for you right now, unfortunately. I wish I did, but I don't. If I go out and farm some of that damaged necklaces, I'll probably have them. I'll probably do some more of that farming tomorrow. I'll probably get on and we'll do a little bit. I have to... Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You want to use those. Until you get to the soft haste cap rating, and then you can go full spell power. But I feel like at this point in the game, you need to get as much haste as possible while maintaining spell power, so your shit actually does something. But you also got to balance that shit on top of stacking as much spirit as possible, too, because when you go into tree form, you get 15% spell power of your total spirit as well. I think my playlist decided to have a crapper on me. It did.
Alois.
I'm probably gonna botch this, but Alois, is that how you pronounce your name, as Alois?
No. It's Alois.
Alois. All right, well, close enough. You let me know when you're ready, by the way.
Yeah, I'm just adding points right now. Tell me again what exactly is going on here with this. What are the spells I will use? Because I want to get these on my bar. So.
Okay, so you're gonna be So basically, you're gonna be getting Divine Sacrifice. That's a new button. You want to put that on your bar. You have this as protection, but you have this as now as red. So basically, you got the improved version of Divine Sacrifice, which is called Divine Guardian, which that gives yourself and the entire party 20% damage reduction, and it increases your Sacred Shield. So that's why you want to have that, so you can use your Sacred Shield, it lasts longer, and you're protecting the party. So you want to make sure you have your...
So Sacred Shield, I'm going to need that. Yeah, got it.
Yep.
And is the other thing a skill that I need to use?
No.
I'll find it. Okay, so it's just a buff to Sacred Shield then?
It's a buff to it's a buff to a Divine Sacrifice, basically. So when you use,
okay, so is Divine Sacrifice a skill that I need to use?
Yes.
Okay, where it's protection?
Yeah, it's protection. You went to Iron Forge, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna go get your glyphs.
Alright, thanks.
So basically, everything is basically gonna stay the same. You got the most important talents out of Ret. You're just you sacrificed a little bit of your points for more survivability for yourself and the party. That's the only thing that's changed. You're still gonna be pew-pewing, blowing shit up. You're gonna be laughing in the face of danger because you're gonna be like, well, you know what? I can bubble. I can divine sacrifice. I literally saved the party. I saved myself. I can do all things because I'm one with the light. Yes. I mean, if that doesn't get you excited, I don't know what will.
Yeah, that sounds pretty great. Alright, Sacred Shield. Each time the target takes damage against sacred shields. Okay. And that lasts for a minute. Alright, fancy.
Alright, so we're changing your mentality just a little bit. You're going to be pushing more buttons and you're going to be thinking a lot more. I know that is scary. I know that is so intimidating for a lot of people. Okay, I get it. But here's the deal. The best paladins of the video game are the ones that actually protect the party. I don't care if you show up and you want to do as much damage as possible. As long as you're protecting the party by using your cleanse, your hand spells, lay on hands, and divine sacrifice. As long as you're doing that, I don't care what else you do. You can put your weapon so far down the boss's throat. You can do that, dude. Now I need to get.
These are ret glyphs?
Yeah, your ret glyphs. Dude, I can't talk tonight, apparently. Yeah, those are your ret glyphs. Copious amount of caffeine. Listen, Dan, we are high on just the fact that we're going to Nax Ramens, and I'm telling you, we're clearing all the bosses on day one. I am that confident we're gonna go in there and we're gonna blow shit up. Yeah, let me get these Hammer of Righteousness. Salvation. What was that other one? Oh yeah, I remember now. Okay, so here's another ability that you need to use. So I'm gonna go a little bit slower. I am excited. There's no doubt about that. I am very excited about a lot of things. But Divine Plea, you want to put this on your bar for both Ret and Protection. Because as Protection, I'm going to explain how this works as Protection. As Protection, you got a talent that basically, while you have Divine Plea active, and it's online and it's working and it's doing what it's supposed to be doing, every time you hit the opponent or you hit an enemy, it refreshes its full duration. What that means is as long as you're hitting an enemy, that thing will never fall off and you will have infinite mana. So basically there's something, it's leading into what I'm about to give you right now.
Wait, so
go ahead.
How does it work? It extends the duration of the Divine Plea?
It refreshes it. It goes back to full every time you hit the enemy as prot. Because you basically guarded by light, every time you hit an enemy, it refreshes the duration of your Divine Plea. And
that means that I can use it once, and then as long as I'm hitting something, it will refresh the timer.
Yes, and I just gave you the glyph of Divine Plea. Now what that does is that gives you 3% damage reduction as long as Divine Plea is active. So your mentality now as protection, as long as you know how to use your cooldowns, and by the way, I'm about to teach you also the mentality of using tank cooldowns. I'm sure you know what to do, but we're in the boot camp of the High Sister tonight, the Arch Warden. But anyway, ideally, you want to be as aggressive as possible as protection, because you want to make sure you're keeping the Divine Plea up, but at the same time, you want to use your tank cooldowns. You want to rotate your tank cooldowns sooner rather than later on trash. So when you do a big pull and you set the pull up, you want to use like your Divine Protection right away, basically, and then turn on, and then after that rolls off, or you get Redoubt to proc, then you'll use your Holy Shield in conjunction with that, and that mitigates a lot of the damage of when you do big pulls. And that's like really the big thing about doing big pulls is you got to use all your tools and your toolbox sooner than later, because how the damage works is you take all the damage up front in the beginning of the pull after you set up everything, and by the time your tank cooldowns run off, the enemy's highest damage abilities have rolled off too. Then they just auto attack you, and by the time their big abilities come back, you can just go through the rotation of using whatever is up at that point. And with Sacred Shield, you don't feel anything most of the time. Like, you don't feel, the only damage you really feel is magic damage, because physical damage, you laugh in the face of that, because we love physical damage. We want to shield block until our hearts are content, because you will no longer take any damage from that. But basically, just use your stuff sooner than later, and don't sit on your cooldowns. With the Glyph of Salvation, now how Glyph of Salvation works as protection, you won't be using this right away. So this is how it's going to work. For like bosses, you're going to use, for bosses, you're going to switch your seal from Seal of Command to Seal of Vengeance, and then you're gonna pull the boss with your Hand of Reckoning, and then you're gonna use Wings, and then you're just gonna go into your normal rotation, beating the shit out of the boss. After 30 seconds of you pulling the boss and you doing damage to the boss, your threat is going to be so much higher than everyone else's on the aggro table. Then you can start using Hand of Salvation on yourself and get the 20% damage reduction whenever that's up. Because
okay, got it. So pull it with the taunt and then pop the wings.
Yeah, and just do your normal damage rotation, and after 30 seconds, you can use Hand of Salvation at that point on yourself. Because if you use Hand of Salvation before then, you're going to lose aggro, and then everyone else is going to get threat at that point. But after 30 seconds, you never have to worry about aggro again at that point. And also, like I was saying earlier, we're going back to lightning. I guess we can do lightning again. That's fine. I'm okay with this. That belt drops off the first. Wait. Did I have? I had an Earth Shield, didn't I? No, we don't even have a Shaman in the group. All right, so.
I'm a Spectre's Proud right now. Let me give you, do you want this,
yeah.
that buff?
Yeah.
The Blessing of Sanctuary?
Yeah, give me the greater. Oh, yeah, you did. Okay, that works. That works out really good because I get 3% damage reduction and stamina and strength. Best of every world. Alright, I want to give that to her, because she's going to do the most damage in here. She's got best in slot as Rhett. Alright, here we go. So you can go ahead and practice on keeping Sacred Shield on yourself, and when we do big pulls, basically, you can also start using your Divine Sacrifice as well. Now, granted, when we do bosses like the last boss, and he does Nova, which you're going to be using that on the first one on that fight, you want to use your bubble first, or you'll die. But on trash pulls, you won't die because Dad's he's gonna top you off. You don't need to worry about that. Dad already knows about protecting his little children, his little wardens.
Oh, so I should do Hand of Sacrifice all the time, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Got it.
So Hand of Sacrifice, after the tank basically, sets up and does the big pull, and he sets up. Go ahead.
Repentance was the other skill, right? To catch this guy, and that's what is that? A retribution skill?
Yeah. Yeah, these
took that off of my thing.
Yeah. So the Sky Callers, you can go ahead and use your I call that a sap. So that ability basically is a rogue sap ability. It does the same thing. So you can go ahead and sap, annoying people and lock them out of the fight, basically. That's fine. Because otherwise, he's just going to run around and be a dick like that.
Yeah.
Nobody likes that bullshit. That moment when I can't charge, it feels so bad. Now, how many badges do you have so far?
Emblems of Heroism, you mean? Let me have a look here. 68, actually.
All right, I'm going to give you. Okay, so I have guides in the Discord that's under WoW guides, basically, and they show you the pre-best in slot items, and they basically tell you what to buy first with your badges based off of all the specs. So in this case for Rhett, so basically you are going to be getting the leather agility belt, by the way.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Most of the best in slot stuff I saw for Red, they're listing either old stuff or leather stuff.
So I was also going to tell you this as well. So your best in slot shoulder pieces comes from leatherworking. So I'm going to help you get the materials for that so you can make yourself that. And that's going to last you until you get your 4 set bonus from Nax, basically. And even then, I don't even think you really oh shit, I really didn't think about this. Okay, we are shitting the bed a little bit. Alright, we need to focus. Okay, alright, I'm going to use this. That's already going. Remember, we're killing the lieutenants first.
My Divine Sacrifice is on cooldown.
It's fine.
Hand of Protection on Sarah.
Okay, I'm going to get that off of her. Oh shit, Dad, you gotta pull a miracle. Okay, you got it.
Gosh, something's killing me good.
Yeah, well, he's enraged, basically. So he's got a lot of damage increases. Keep going, Dad. We got this. Keep going. Just keep going. Keep pushing. Don't let your foot off the gas.
Divine Sacrifice.
We're almost there. His ads are almost dead. We're almost there. Keep going. Use Innervate on yourself. I'm going to stun all these. Give you a little bit of breathing room. We use shield block. I'm going to get on that other guy because his thing ran out. I'm going to taunt that. I know you're out of mana. I see that. I'm not worried about it. I do not have any cooldowns anymore, so we are really in the shit bucket right now. Okay, we're fine. Okay, let's get the shot collar or whatever the hell this thing's called out of the field, and then we'll get the boss down. Yeah, he's basically dead. Alright, we're good. Good job, Dad. We're not out of the woods yet, but we're pretty much out of the woods. Okay, he switched weapons, so I'm going to be taking more damage. I don't care about that. I want that. You don't want him to be in shield mode because he takes less damage.
Switch to whatever healing thing it is, Judgment of Healing.
Yeah, that's fine. That's the one you should be using anyway. So, since we got 2 paladins in a group, let me talk about this. So, if you got a holy paladin as your healer, you want to use wisdom at that point, because both Sacred Shield and Judgment of Light scale off of spell power. So, holy paladins have priority over those 2 abilities. But since we have 2 rat paladins in this group, depending on what seal the other rat paladin is going to be using, you're probably going to be using light, even though they outgear you. Because most rat paladins don't know that Judgment of Light scales with spell power, but you're going to use light the entire time. Because with seal of command glyph, you don't need to worry about using Judgment of Wisdom anymore. Because every time you Judgment now, you're getting over 35% of your mana back. Because you get 25% from your every time you Judgment from the Ret talent, and then you get 8% more from with the command glyph. So you never run out of mana. So also, we won the game, by the way. Good job, Dad. Good job, guys.
Yeah, good.
Listen, you don't need to be sorry. We didn't die, dude. That was amazing. But what was I
getting? Yeah. That was a big pull. I'm surprised that we didn't work there.
Dude, you just healed an undergear tank, dude, and we got through that. I'm not even defense cap, by the way, and you got me through that. You don't need to be sorry. But, so basically on bosses that do not have ads, by the way, you will be using Seal of Vengeance. But you need to think about how the glyph of command works is when you're using Seal of Command, you're gonna be getting a lot more mana. Basically, you never run out of mana as long as you're using Seal of Command pretty much the entire time. In most scenarios, because most scenarios there's ads basically on all these bosses. Basically, hold on, I gotta refine. Hold on. But when you switch to Seal of Vengeance, you don't get mana returns when you Judgment. So you have to make sure you're using your Divine Plea at that point. It's because since you're not getting the extra 8% mana from Judgments, since you're using Vengeance over Command for single target, your Consecration is going to be sapping the shit out of your mana at that point. So it does take a little bit of getting used to, but on single target, Seal of Vengeance is a very big increase, because after you get the 5th stack, all your physical white swings turn into holy damage, and all your holy damage gets a...
Oh, really?
Yeah, and all your holy damage gets a 60% increase in damage as well. So it's very powerful. And it really shines when you start getting more spell power. It's really good.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good.
All right, Dad. Hold on. We're good. We're good. We're okay. We're all right. Hold on. I just don't have. I don't have that. I don't have. Shit. What's it called? Righteous Defense. I don't have that as protection. Commanding Shout, or is it Commanding Shout, or is it, no, it's Challenging Shout. That thing is terrible. Alright, I'm going to bug the boss out so we can just DPS him without ads. So you can use Seal of Vengeance at this point. There, he's bugged. Yeah, hopefully he's just gonna sit there and he's not gonna run back to his little. Oh, I guess he. Oh, never mind. He's dead. Okay, we're moving. Okay, so when we do this pull this time, you'll want to use your divine shield and then go into divine sacrifice. That way, you're not gonna get feared, and you're not gonna
That shield has a cooldown right now.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying you could just use it without the bubble then. But I'm just saying that you won't be taking that damage and you won't have to worry about the fear at that point. All right.
Yeah, it might come up in time. It might. It's about a third, 2/3. I don't know. I guess we'll see.
Okay, we're getting feared out the ass right now. That warlock's on their own. They're dead, by the way. Don't try to save them. Funnel the heals on me. Don't worry about anyone else. Alois will basically take care of himself. He's got 100% crit heals with Flash of Light when Sacred Shield procs, so he's going to be using his Art of War on himself. All right, you're going to be going back to command, by the way. So every time you get off a boss fight, you got to get this as muscle memory, by the way. You got to switch back. You got to get back to command.
I got so many things to switch all the time. You got to remember the aura and the seal.
Well, it takes a little bit, but after honestly, after about like a week at the most, it could become second nature. But once you get all this down, you're going to be so much of a better player, and you're going to be able to help the group out, basically. And don't be afraid to, if you see enemies, like I said before, if you see enemies going after someone else and I don't see that, you can use your righteous defense on them or use it on the person that has the aggro and just pull them into the death ball, basically. I'm not gonna get mad.
Yeah, I've been doing that. Yep.
Regardless of what happens when we get the Naxxramas on the 13th, if Joe shows up and he wants to tank or whatever, that's fine. I'll have him tank. But if he doesn't show up and you have to off tank, by the way, I'm not gonna get mad at you. I don't get mad at nobody. I'm gonna be doing most of the blunt work of the raid tanking anyway. There's only a couple fights that we actually have to switch aggro off of, and when it happens, it's literally I have to wait until stacks roll off of me and then I take it back from you. In most cases. Yep. Other than that, you're just taking ads the entire time. It's literally, being the off tank is a lot of fun, to be honest, because you really don't have too much to worry about. You're just doing ads and making sure that you're using hand spells on the raid, basically, and helping the healers. But Nelly was talking to me tonight. So Nelly was our shadow priest tonight when we were doing heroics earlier, and they are our one of our top healers in the guild, by the way. They are our discipline priest, and he was talking about they have a lot of faith in you being the off tank, and actually, you seem like you got a good head on your shoulders, because I've been stressing out about finding somebody to be an off tank. Now, granted, between you and Joseph, I don't care who does it as long as someone does it. But I'm just glad I don't have to worry about finding another off tank. Because, like, one of the things I was talking shop about Kitchen and everyone else that was in the Discord before you showed up is unlike other guilds and raid group loot rules, my thing is this: someone has to heal and someone has to tank. Nobody wants to do those jobs, but someone has to do it, right? So those
are my favorite jobs to do.
Well, there you go. most people don't like to do this job. So so basically what I'm going to do is like Nelly, depending if all 4 of our healers show up, because we actually have 4 healers in our raid group, surprisingly. But if all 4 of them show up, 2 of them are going to have to obviously be DPS. So my whole thing is you know, if you are main DPS basically, but I'm forcing you but you're forced to off tank, I'm still gonna let you be able to roll on your other items. I'll also let you roll on tank gear, I'll let you roll on DPS gear, and I'm gonna make that abundantly clear for I'm gonna let that abundantly clear for the entire raid, because we are gonna have a couple of pugs, like I said, but the people on this server are they're all potheads, they're all drunkards. They're not all here basically, but they just want to show up and get carried basically. So I have a pretty good standing with most of the guilds on this server, even though most of them, you know, can't stand me, because our group has the best teamwork. And like Joseph was talking about earlier, dude, we got to a point where we're doing Kirazon 2 years ago, and it was like our real first attempt with full 10 people from the guild basically, and we're doing Kirazon, and we didn't have any of this fancy gear. All we had was a heroic gear and very few pieces of epic gear from actually doing the raid, the Kirazon raid. But we got down to running the raid in 45 minutes, where everyone else was like, "There's no way you're doing that with your guys' gear level." I'm like, well, you can go back on Stream VOD and watch it, because all of our raids that we done, by the way, they're all up on my YouTube channel. Even right now, I'm streaming what we're doing right now, because I like going back and watching the content, because our team is really special. That's what I'm really trying to say. You play with anyone else, you pug on this server, you'll understand what I'm saying. By the way, we're getting the rest of this trash, by the way. I don't care what these other people say. I want my rep. Alright, Dan, we're going to do something stupid after this poll. I'm not going to do it with these 2 guys on us, though, because we'll have a third one, and I don't want to get knocked around. Remember, we're going after Rune Shapers. Make sure to stun and sap when they're doing the Blade Storm. We're good. I got that. Don't worry about it. But other than that, like I try to make everything as fair as possible in my raids. It's just this time I don't have to worry about getting a full 25-man group, and I don't have to worry about people, you know, stressing out and bitching about we're letting all the pugs get all the gear, because that was what was happening. A lot of the people were getting upset that, you know, and the truth of it is, to be honest with you, we were raiding for two and a half years every week, 3 times a week, by the way, doing the same raids that many times without and I was main tanking, I was raid leading, main tanking all those raids. I was using all my alt tanks, and we're just doing that all the time. But we never could go beyond the first 3 raids, because couldn't get nobody to help me get more people into the guild, so we could do those the other 25-man guilds, or 25-man raids. But that doesn't matter anymore, because all the raids now, you can just do them as 10 or 25-man at this point, and I'm excited, because at this point we're just gonna go in there and we're gonna crush everything, and you don't have to worry about doing 25-man. Now, granted, we will have to go in the 25-man later to get the best trinkets in the game, and to get some of the best tank items in the game. Like, The best healing item in the game is the legendary mace from Old War, and you can only get that from doing 25 man. I can't remember what it is, but it's the same as the Shadow Morn. Basically, you got to do the raid so many times and Ice Crown on 25 man to get the 25 bloods, or was it 50 or whatever for the weapon, and then you get the weapon after that. Or it was souls, and then you had to get the 2 bloods off the Putricide and whatever else that are. My point is the best weapons in the game you have to do 25 man for, and eventually we'll get there. And TK, I appreciate that, by the way. I try to do the best I can to shine for everybody. All right, so when he does the lightning Nova, you're going to use your Divine Shield and go into Divine Sacrifice. Alright, here it comes.
Here we go, Lightning Nova coming. I'm gonna Divine Shield, sacrifice.
That's fine.
I think I sacrificed too late.
That's fine. It takes a little bit getting used to.
Yeah, I got a shield way earlier.
Yeah, and
because the global cooldown keeps me from using it in time.
So use Hannah's sacrifice on Dad. This one right now.
Sacrifice.
There you go. Because he's the one that's taking the blunt of the Nova damage. As long as you there you go. As long as you can take some of that from him, he doesn't worry about it. There's your wrist, by the way, Dad. 49 though. Yeah, that's more haste, and that's more. Actually, no. That's an agility item. My bad. That is a flat out agility item. I don't know what. Listen, I was looking at the fact that thing had haste on that.
Love the positive thinking.
Oh, come on, you cunts. Oh yeah, that's right. Dad's going to bed. Well,
oh yeah.
We can still. I mean, we can do another. It's fine. It was just we have to think about the pug healers, though. The pug.
Thanks for healing this, Dad. You're great.
Dad, you're amazing. You did really good tonight, by the way. I appreciate you. Now we're gonna get a pug healer, dude, and I'm gonna get my ass handed to me because. Okay, so here's the thing. So I've done a lot of live streams of us doing normal mode content of the Wrath of the Lich King dungeons. If you go back and watch this stuff, I'll link. This stuff you guys can go watch basically, but. Dad, what I was doing with Dad was when I met Dad in a pug group and he was actually doing good, I had him come with us and stay with us. Dude, in normals, I was pulling as hard as possible, and he was shitting his pants, by the way. He was like, I need to go get a diaper, and I'm like, you may as well get the whole box of diapers, man. But he was doing great. I was pulling like 4 rooms, and we were crushing it.
So true, man. My brain was fried after that. I had never run with in any dungeon with so many big pulls like that just continuously.
Well, here's the thing.
Nonstop.
Here's the thing. It makes you a better healer, and it makes you appreciate the fact that, okay, I just ran through the damn gauntlet and the meat grinder, and then now you go run pugs, and you're just like, what the fuck is this? Why am I having
That's so true.
You're like, why are you pulling one group? Pull the whole damn room. Let's go.
So, Alois, whenever he was talking about how you gotta use your brain more, you're gonna have to, you push all these buttons. You're just going mad because you have all these options, right? But it's so true. After you're after it for, a couple days, it just becomes automated. Just automatic, man. It's super fun. So,
Yeah.
I can't say that I'm any good at it being as old and wasted as I am, but it's still fun, man.
You're doing a lot better. You're doing a lot better, Dad.
Well, I gotta say just the help with like enchantments and the gear buffs that people give me in the guild and outside have been super helpful. I noticed a difference. Just tiny amounts even make a difference. So,
Yeah, having a
Done.
proper gear makes all the difference.
yeah. I'm not there yet, but I'm getting closer.
You are getting closer. All right, let's
Yeah,
see.
there's a few key items I wouldn't mind. So,
Here comes the shitstorm. Which one are we gonna get? We're waiting on the healer. That's not a good sign. Oh, he put his diaper on. It's okay.
I'm out, guys. See you.
Good night, Dad.
Yeah, have a good night.
You too.
God, I hope we don't get... Well, I want to get it, but at the same time, I don't want to get it. But we get heroic AN. That's another chance to get the tank trinket.
Yeah,
Oh.
that would be great.
What else we got going
I
on?
would that for you too.
Oh, we're waiting on some... Oh, we got the tank trinket from this one. And pants. Yep. Alright, we got a shaman. I'm feeling good about this group, by the way. Is everybody in here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we're all in here. So you're going to give melee mites, and you're going to give the casters kings, basically.
Yeah, that's usually what I do.
And
Unless
then
somebody asks specifically for king. Or I guess you as the tank as well. I was thinking about going into dungeons as prot and giving them that other buff though.
so this is how it works, by the way. Hold on, we
I
gotta.
don't know if people want to wait for that.
But basically, when you have more, like our group, like when we actually get the Nax, by the way, I'm going to assign every paladin a buff that they're going to do for all the paladins of the group, and then what they're going to do for everyone else. I don't use Pally Power, by the way. Everyone else uses Pally Power and all this bullshit that basically they don't have to use their brain cells, but we don't do that here. We actually use our brain cells. We think about shit. A lot of shit. But basically, like you, we'll just say for an example, for you, I'll set you as doing mites. Like you're the paladin that's going to do nothing but mites. Azure is the holy paladin. Azure is going to be doing nothing but blessing of wisdom on everybody, basically. And then Kitchen will do nothing but kings on everybody. And then I'm going to do nothing but the tank buff on everybody. And that pretty much simplifies it with in groups. But when you have multiple paladins, if you have 2 paladins, whoever has the improved mites, which in your case you have that, you're going to be doing mites, and the other paladin's going to be doing kings at that point. And then if you have 3 paladins, then and one of them's the tank paladin is going to just give the tank buff to everybody regardless, because the other paladins can give the other stuff that's needed. Would you fucking stop, dude?
That's all over the place, wasn't he?
Yeah, like, dude, like, let me get some rage. Jeesh. That guy's from Azure's guild, by the way. So one of our guild members, his name is Azure Me, but he has an alt. He used to be. He was in the Sisterhood. The Sisterhood was our main guild, but we, since coming back to this server, I decided, well, I'm going to go under a new name because we got a bit of what's that word called? A stigma on us for being a ERP sex cult guild. Don't ask.
What exactly does that mean?
So basically, our guild was the very first roleplay guild on the server, and the whole deal was, you know, RP wise, we were like a mercenary, you know, 9 elven and female avatar or female toon only guild, and everyone thought we were just a bunch of lesbians at first.
Oh my see. I understand. I got
So basically, what happened was is all we did was role play with each other, and if we were together as a guild, we would role play, and we would do it in dungeons too. So we got a pretty much of a stigma for being exotic role players, which exotic role players basically ERP basically means you do cybering or sexting with people basically, which some of the guild members did do some of that, but not all of them did. But we did role play with each other, but shit gets inflated on this server a lot.
Yeah. But that's everywhere. I think people just love to tell stories. Whether they're true or not, that doesn't matter too much.
So this time around, we got this stigma of being, this sex cult guild and, whatnot. So I just thought, and everyone else was worried about it. So I was like, okay, we're gonna go with a new guild name. And have you ever played a BioWare game like Mass Effect or Dragon Age or?
Yeah, I did play both of those actually.
Okay, so. Our guild is based off the Grey Wardens and the Druids from World of Warcraft. That's our lore, basically.
Okay.
And
I'll look that.
So basically, we're the Grey Wardens, and we're also the Druid faction. So basically, and I have pretty much expanded on this whole story for this guild, which the Paladins are basically the Grey Wardens, and then the Druids are going to extend from just being Druids, but also like shamans as well. And like the whole idea is there's no dark spawn in World of Warcraft, but our whole idea and philosophy is we're going to take care of our own, but we also are going to take care of the realm as well. We're going to protect the alliance basically, and we're going to fight the demons and all these forces that everyone else is so afraid of and whatnot. That's our whole motto with the guild's lore. Because I just thought, you know what, we need to go back to Dragon Age, and we got to go. And I always thought the Druid lore was really cool because they were all about protecting nature. So the shamans and the Druids were the big protectors of the nature aspect, and I was like, we could probably do something with that and combine that with the Grey Wardens, because that's what the fuck, man. Why'd you give us heroism when we don't need it? But anyway, I just thought, well, that's what we're gonna do. We can make this happen. And I'm a big Dungeons and Dragons player. I've been playing Dungeons and Dragons for over 30 years. And our first guild, which was the Sisterhood, that's based off of a 35-year-old Dungeons and Dragons storyline I came up with for Dungeons and Dragons. That whole campaign came to a close. Can I hit you, sir? Could you stop evading me? That whole campaign, I had the same people I played that 35 years ago with. We came back together and completed that campaign recently. And then when I came to this server, basically, I was like, I want to continue the Sisterhood. I want the Dungeons and Dragons storyline scenario from Dungeons and Dragons, and I want to bring it into World of Warcraft, and that's what I did. And it was like the best thing you do. The Sisterhood was a big deal on the server. All right, we're going to be using command on this fight, and we need to interrupt a chain heal, by the way. So you can interrupt that with your stun.
Yeah, it's only once a minute though. That's a shame.
Well, as long as you do it, that's all that matters. Hopefully the shaman's gonna take care of the... Someone got that one. I'll try to get the next one.
Yeah, I'm on cooldown for another 29 seconds.
Okay, he's dead. That's not a bad weapon. So, are you wanting the tank or are you wanting the DPS? Which one of those are you wanting to do? Are you wanting the tank?
It doesn't really matter.
I mean, you just need to tell me, dude. I don't know what you want to do. So that's why I'm trying to figure that out. Because you said you like doing healing and tanking rolls, but I was
Yeah, I mean, I don't really mind DPSing either. Yeah, I like the tank though. That's my preference.
well,
But also, DPS is kind of nice and relaxed though. It's not as
well,
you can slack off a bit more, I guess. It's less to think about.
well, depending on if Joseph shows up for the raid on the 13th, you and him will probably be the ones rotating. Like, 1 week you don't feel like tanking, I'm off tanking, he'll do it, and if he doesn't feel like off tanking, then you could do it for him. That's what I'm thinking about, because Joseph, at the end of the day, he just wants to DPS, but he knows that we need somebody to off tank, so he'll do it because he knows he's.
Well then, yeah, if he prefers the DPS, then that's great. I'll do off tanking.
But he's tanked for guilds in the past as well. But, you know, he prefers to hit shit in the face, but he ultimately will do what the group needs him to do. But my thing is since we're getting so many people that are doing the same role, you guys can just kind of, you know, communicate with each other. And when one wants to DPS that week, then, you know, let that person do it. And next week, the other person can tank. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I'm really not. I'm not too pressed about it. Whichever. I'll do whatever, whenever, just to get that shit done.
In the end,
Like they kill the monsters.
so basically, in the end, we're all gonna have fun. It's just, I know it's a big deal to some people if they're technically have to do something they don't really want to do, and it's just like, I get it, but for when you go in the raids, you have to have 2 tanks. That's just how it is. This isn't Burning Crusade where I could just solo tank all of the bosses in Karazhan, and there's one boss you have to have two tanks for. I do not know what happened there, buddy. It just kind of happened.
Oh, they came out when Consecration was up?
Yeah.
They directed.
I'm used to being Paladin, dude, so it's like my Thunderclap. I don't have hit cap on this character yet, so I'm missing a lot of my stuff. For my Paladin, I'm expertise and hit cap, so I just can go autopilot and I just pick up everything. I don't even have to think about it. Seal, Command, Hammer, Righteousness, Consecration, Warrior. I actually have to know when those things are out, otherwise that happens. If you guys run away from me, there's nothing I can do about it either. Well, we're on the boss, by the way, so...
Oh, and she's coming out? I don't think she'll engage, though, will she?
I don't think...
Immediately?
I don't think so. Remember, you gotta fight on her side, by the way. Where are you? Alright, you're over there. Okay, so for dragons, for educational purposes, for dragons, you cannot DPS in the front or the back. You have to stand on their side the entire time. If you attack from the back, they just tail whip you and you get knocked back, and you hate yourself.
Oh yeah.
And if you attack from the front, you will get hit by the cleave and die. So.
Yeah, or the breath.
Exactly.
so I got no mana.
Oh, Azure.
Your mana?
We're fine on mana. Azure's in the party, or in the stream chat. He says lies. Azure, you want to come do some heroics with us, dude? I'm with one of our new guild members, dude. We could definitely use a heal slut tonight, dude. Hopefully a good one. I would like it if you came. Alright, I'm going to reform the party. So I would get your leather belt, your agility leather belt that has expertise on it with your badges. Oh yeah, show me your Librum that you're using, by the way. Shit.
Oh, this Librum is garbage. That would probably be a better upgrade.
No, listen, no. Do
Or is
not.
that one
Hold on,
wet?
hold on. So basically, you do not buy the badge Librum for Rhett, by the way. You want to go out to Bori Tundra and get the one out there from the quest, because the quest one is better than the one from badges.
Gives you more crits, right?
Yeah, it gives you more crits, and the one from badges, it doesn't proc enough.
Got it.
Azure, how you doing, by the way? I haven't seen you in a hot minute, dude. You've been kind of MIA, hiding from me. I know you get a little scared when we go behind the tree, dude, but come on now. I am almost revered, and then I get 3 new tank items. And then I have to go out and do some questing and get the Knights of the Ebon Blade, the Argent Crusade, and Kirin Tor. And then I have to do that whole frickin' Sons of Hodir bullshit all over again. But I think with that, I don't have to really do that because I can just mail that shit.
Yeah, if it's on your same account.
Yeah.
They're heirloom items.
Azure, you want to come heal, dude? Or are you just playing LOL with your one friend, dude? Because I want to know if you want to come heal, though. Damn, I have no hit rating whatsoever. This feels terrible.
Yeah, it sucks when like you're like, oh, I need to do this, and it's like, nope, miss.
So basically for Rhett and Prot, by the way, I'm going to tell you the gem a certain way, and it's going to feel so foreign because everybody that tanks on this server, they all stack stamina, but I'm going to tell you, you need a gem nothing but hit rate and expertise, which are these gems. And that's the biggest DPS and threat increase that you can get because there's not enough expertise items for Prot, so you have to gem hit and expertise in order to hit the caps, basically. And that goes the same for Rhett as well. For Rhett, you have... shit, where is that? Oh, those are blue. Yeah, you want to get these. And then the Argent Crusade has these. So these are some of your bigger items that you want to get from Rhett. Or for Rhett, basically. Because the expertise from the leather legs are pretty important. It helps you get to the cap that you need for expertise. And then for your shoulder pieces, oops, you want to get those crafted. And then
Does expertise do something even if you're standing behind the enemy?
Yes. So basically, what expertise does, it reduces the chance for it reduces your auto swings, your ability swings. It reduces the chances for you to be parried, to be dodged, and to miss, basically. So it's another form of hit chance, basically. And if you're behind the target, you could still be parried. You could still,
right?
yeah. So it's a pretty big deal. So like when you hit your 26 for red, you need you want to get 26 expertise. When you get 20 expertise and 8% hit rating, your damage as red goes through the ceiling. Oh, I don't think Azure's gonna come do anything with us. I was hoping he was going to, but we'll just pug it out.
Oh, good. I can only go for maybe one more anyway. I gotta go to sleep.
That's fine. So let me ask you something, by the way. Are you happy?
In what way?
In general, are you happy?
Sure.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about, man. You gotta be stoked, man.
I like that energy.
That's what I'm talking about. We gotta be stoked, man. Dude, we're going home, dude. As Paladin mains, we're going home. We're going to Naxxramas. Here's the big deal about Naxxramas, dude. So we got this amazing talent called Crusade from Rhett that allows us to do 3% increased damage to undeads and 3% damage increase to oh fuck me sideways, man. I hate this one. But anyway, it allows us to do 3% increased damage to undeads and all the other types, and then it gives us another flat 3% damage increase. So we're doing 6% increased damage. Every boss in Nax, we're doing 6% more damage than anyone else in the raid. Alright, so what am I working with here? We got a geared enhancement shaman. We got a...
But that's might on the enhancement shaman.
Yeah,
right?
you're mining all the melee basically. I'm gonna give it to the enhancement shaman, I guess.
I need to go and get more candles.
Be right back, bio. Oh, our healer is a great waller. Wonderful. That guy gave me food buffs, dude. I gave him potions. So I'm gonna give you these because I'm not gonna use these.
Oh gosh, I probably won't use these either.
Yeah, you will. You'll be using those for Nax, man. Trust me. So I'm gonna.
Save them. Got it. I thought you meant these fights.
No. So basically, when we get to Nax, basically, I'm gonna be telling everybody you need to use. We'll be using heroism on every pull, basically, and then basically I'm going to give everybody consumables, and then we're just going to be blowing shit up on day one. Okay. So we got a Chinese, which is the Great Wall. That's a Chinaman. We got, I can't really see what these other guild names are, but we got Big Poners. Those are kind of sus.
Oh, the actual the Great Wall Guild is from China. I've seen this before.
They're terrible players, dude. Like the majority of them are actually pretty good, but they hate us Americans. There's been a whole anime arc with the Sisterhood with the Great Wall on this server, by the way. They hate us. And I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
So, okay, so there's been a lot of anime arcs on the server while I've been on the server. Like, I've literally got the biggest guild masters of the biggest guilds on the server to get into. I got them into a Discord call with the Great Wall guild master because I was trying to make peace with everybody. Because the Great Wall at the time when we were playing on the server back in the day, they just obstructed us. They just kept on telling people, go, 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 go. And then they would body pull for the tank or whatever. Everyone else just put up with that bullshit. We didn't. We let them die. And I would always tell all of our newest guild members basically what was going to happen. And they're like, well, this guy's pulling. I'm like, wait, just wait. And then they would pull and they would die. And I was like, this is what happens when you let them take a quarter and stick it in the light socket. They die. And I'm like, they wanted to die. Now, granted, the Great Wall has been pretty much most of them went back to retail because they finally could go back to retail, and most of them left. You'll have to sit down, by the way. You'll have to sit down at one point and go through my playlist of our over 100+ hour content of us just running heroic 5-mans together as a guild and running heroics or running raids with just with other people on the server. It's a pretty good watch. Everyone loves coming to my raids. Granted, I scream the entire time, but hey, people love that shit. We're all just gonna go yellow, by the way. So you don't need to worry about what color the Drake. We're just gonna go all yellow because I want a easy peasy run. Because I don't like doing this one.
Is that the time stopping one?
Yeah, that's the gnome. Hold on. I think I'm fine. I think it just took me out of my defensive stance.
Yes, yep, it changes, yep. You lose your focus target and everything. It's really fucking annoying.
Because I was just like, well, this never happened when I was Paladin, man. But I was like, yeah, I got stances again. I'm being Warrior. I mean, Warrior is fun to an extent, but I've been Warrior for over 3 years on the server. I'm kind of just not about it anymore. It's not a bad class. It's just Paladin's just so much superior in every way.
Yeah, I think once more Lich King stuff comes out, then Warrior gets kind of good.
Warriors at that point, you can actually do the assault. I can't remember what that talent's called from Arms. It's called unwiltering assault. Basically, you go a Arms protection hybrid build that you basically get sweeping strikes from Arms, and basically your revenge hits like a damn truck. And at that point, we're gonna have so much gear that we can trade out some of our tank pieces for actual DPS pieces and use DPS trinkets, and you just do shit tons of more damage. But we're not at that point, so it's fine. We can dream though. Dude, I'm telling you, when we get the Ice Crown, my dick is gonna explode, dude. The Shadowmourne, man, I'm telling you, we're going to get Shadowmourne for every paladin in our guild. And I'm gonna tell everybody, you know what? The Wardens get first dab at the weapon. And I don't give shit about what you guys think. We'll get you your weapons later. We're more important. And I'm not getting the big head about that. I'm just saying, you know, you let us get the weapon first. You give all of our melee the weapon first. We'll clear the content. We'll carry at that point. Because we know how to use items. We're not a bunch of tards. I think that's all of them. Yeah, it is. All right. That's so retarded. It takes me out of my stance. I can't get over that. But that's fine. I'm not gonna worry about it. It's just it's jarring. You get out of the dragon, you're so used to seeing all your buttons, and it's like, nope, your bar is gone. Go back home. Go back to jail. By the way, if you need any enchants for your gear, once you actually start to get your main pieces, you can just ask Nelly for enchants, because Nelly said that they have so much materials coming out of their ears, they do not care to enchant guild members' gear.
Got it. Thanks. I'll be sure to keep that in mind.
Now, your weapon, I don't know why we time stopped when I didn't get them grouped together.
Yeah, that was not a good one.
But basically, for your weapon, you want to get Mongoose, by the way, because nobody can do Berserking yet, so no one's high. Well, I should say Berserking's kind of pointless to get at this point because we need more crit chance as Ret, and not only does Mongoose give you crit chance with the 120 agility, you also get haste as well, so that gives you a little bit more damage for your buck.
I'm high enough to do Berserking too.
Yeah, but the material cost is rough though.
Yeah, these crystals are crazy right now.
That's why I'm saying you should just get Mongoose is still the best in slot. Someone pull something?
Yes, this thing over there looks like it's time stopped. I don't know if it's in combat though.
I love it. I love it that my taunt missed, and it's just like in order to get the taunt cap, so it'll hit every time. You gotta use a glyph for that, and I'm just like, nah, I'm good. Feels so bad. You're fine. You can keep hitting the boss. It's going after someone else. They need to run it out of the group. He's dead anyway. Yeah, I would definitely get your helmet. I can make your best in slot helmet outside of engineering has the best DPS helmets because you get the goggles through engineering, but if you're not an engineer, I can make the best in slot ret helmet, by the way. You just need to help me get the materials. I got the orbs and all that.
Oh, yeah. I already bought it. The Titan steel helmet.
Oh, you okay? Well, if you got that already, that's fine.
Yeah, and I bought the tank one too.
That's fine. That's good. Yeah, you just gotta get your shoulders now and get your shoulders crafted, and then just continue doing heroics, and you'll get all your items. You'll be there before you know it.
Thanks for offering. I appreciate that you offered.
Well, that's what I'm here for, dude. I gotta make sure everyone's ready, so when we get to the start line, dude, we can blow everything up. We got. I think we. Yeah, we have the one more.
I'm always forgetting what to do on this friggin' one.
We're staying in, by the way. You
That's
just
one.
you just DPS, and once he goes to the middle, we hide. But
Yep.
we're gonna have hero on this fight, so just DPS. That's all you need to do. Use everything. Use all your cooldowns, because we're doing the dragons after this.
Oh yeah, true that. Yep.
All right, we did that. Now we get out of this shit, and then we just. Alright, I'm going first, and then whoever's going second, and then figure out who's going... Oh, you're going last. Okay, that's good enough for me. Now remember, every time someone uses a time stop, that stacks on top of your stacks already, so you don't need to do the full duration. You'll get 10 stacks pretty quickly. Because every time you use the time stop, everybody gets 5 stacks.
So, I should just keep spamming 1 on him then?
But what I'm saying is by the time someone uses a time stop, there is a delay, but you already have more than enough stacks to hit 1 at that point. If you've already were channeling and then someone uses their time stop, you have more than enough to hit 1 after that, because there is a delay on this server. Azure is in the guild chat. He finally showed up. Well, we might have to do one more after this since he showed up.
Can't get back on the thing.
Oh, you died. That's fine.
Yeah, 3 never went.
I used mine. It's fine. Okay, that's dead. I can't remember what drops here.
I'm able to hit it.
There's your DPS gloves.
They look fancy.
I'm going to take the...
Yep, better
pad.
than what I'm wearing.
There you go. You made out like a bandit today. Don't forget the gym bags. Oh yeah, make sure you like like Azure said, get the. But to be honest with you, I feel like they did away with the gym bags, because the last 3 times I did this recently, I didn't get a bag.
Oh really? Yeah,
Yeah.
you got robbed. I saw somebody get a mount from it the other day.
Yeah, that's the big thing, is the mount. Alright, we're gonna leave the party. Alright, Azure, are we doing a heroic? Those are the nerfed. Alright, so you going to bed? Or are we doing one more? Because Azure's here.
I can run on. Yeah, I'll run on more.
Alright, so Azure is going to be doing wisdom. You're going to be doing mites. So Azure's going to take care of wisdom on all the casters and the healers. You're going to handle... And then he'll handle kings on all the melee, and you just make sure you do mites on the melee.
Alright, I'm gonna go and buy candles before we go in.
Oh, you
candles.
you have the symbols, yeah. Azure, are you in the Discord, man, or are you in the You know what? Dad's not here anymore, so we need to knock him out. He's not here anymore. And my playlist died again because YouTube's like, you want to listen to this? Are you sure you want to listen to this? It's like, yeah, man. Like, I want to listen to this shit. I'm on your stream. You could just join the voice call, Azure.
Yep. There's an add-on you can get called YouTube Nonstop, and it will stop it from pausing in the background.
Are you serious? Is that like a is that a plugin for Firefox?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, go to your extensions like Firefox or Chrome extensions or whatever browser you use. Microsoft Edge, fucking, it's for everything. Everyone has something like that.
Wow, dude. See, this is why you're part of the guild, dude. You're telling me things I don't know about. Alright, I'm gonna add this.
Yeah, I fucking love that thing, man.
Alright.
It's so dumb. Like, yeah, of course, I still want to listen to it, motherfucker. Did I press stop? No. So, how you doing?
Azure, I'm 36 years old, dude. I was there before the internet was a thing. I am not a boomer. I don't associate with a boomer. I'll tell you what, Azure. By the way, Azure, this is Alois, man. I'm pronouncing his name wrong. Yeah, we'll work that out.
Yeah, Alois.
Alois. So Alois is going to be one of our new raiders, Azure. He's coming to Nax on the 3rd, or on the 13th, man. He's going to be there. He's going to be our other rep paladin. Azure is our heel slut of the guild. That's what he likes to do. And I've taught Azure how to be a paladin on this server. We need more commandants, absolutely. More commandants mean we get through the game faster. Now, you will never change my mind, but I'm telling you, the more paladins you have in your group, the better the odds of your success of clearing content goes up to 100%. I'm telling you. Okay, we got this one. So if the sword drops this time off the first boss, you're taking that, by the way. You're not passing on it this time.
Yep, got it.
Well, we got a demo warlock. I'm going to give it to him. But those paladins must be space good. Listen, Azure, you won't pay for my race change. If you do that, I'll become a space goat, dude. Tonight. You want to buy that for me? I'll do it. You gift that to me? Because I didn't get to have a Christmas, man. No one gave me anything for Christmas, dude. So you can give that to me. I also didn't have a birthday either. Nobody got me anything for my birthday either. I'll be the hottest space goat you've ever seen. Alright, so since Azure is a holy paladin, he's going to be using Judgment of Light and the Sacred Shield on me, so you're going to be using Judgment of Wisdom.
Got it.
Because his is going to be more powerful than what a rat could do, unless you have better gear, but the odds of you exceeding a holy paladin's spell power is not likely. Oh my god, Azure, please. By the way, Azure, I just got this character to 80 last time I was on it, by the way, so I'm pretty squishy, but I got a couple of items tonight. I got my sword tonight, a keep, I got my shield so far, and that's all I've gotten so far. Hold on, I got bent over. That's the best way I can describe it. I got bent over. Well, they're not using misdirection, Azure. You need to tell them that. You know what? Maybe.
Yeah, I don't think that was healer's fault.
No, it's not the healer's fault.
And yeah, not your fault either. Yeah.
I can't do anything when I'm stunned, so I just get bent over and the game's over. And I even got that talent that reduces the stun duration by 30%, and I still get stun locked forever.
Yeah, and I mean, you're right. That person is not using misdirection, and you could have feigned death. Like as soon as you see aggro pop up on your screen.
Yeah, but
just feign death.
That's too much to ask, dude, for these people.
I mean, even like the first time you get hit, the second time you get hit, the third time you get hit, like just fucking fainting to death.
Yeah.
Stop.
You see, there's a reason why I'm a night elven hunter with my hunter, because I get 2 faint deaths and I get arguably the best racial in the game, which is Shadow Meld, and I literally can do the most craziest shit in the game with that.
Yeah, I played a night elf hunter as well.
Oh, there you go. Well,
That
there you go.
exact combination.
Not only do you got that combination, you also get the best racial stat spread for hunters, because night elvens, Azure, you gotta push, man. Come on. I think we wiped right there. I had shield wall going, Azure. You gotta push, man. But Night Elvens get the highest agility stat out of all the races in the game. I'm not my paladin, Azure, so you have to carry me, dude. I can't carry you. You have to carry me tonight. I'm a little sleepy. Listen. I think everybody's telling me.
It happens. Yeah.
Listen, I just give Azure shit for... He could have got me through that, but it's fine. I'm not angry about it. These nerds are, though. These people get angry about it. They're like, oh my god, you got all this gear and you let the tank die? LOL, keck, F you.
Kick.
Dude, fuck the anglers, man. You missed it, Azure. Tarzan, Sister Tarzan's was on. And they got to 75, but they haven't said anything to me. I hit them up, man. I was like, yo, you want to come back and come to Nax Ramus and be my off tank? And they big old fat 0 from them, dude. Anglers X. No, you know what? Fuck that, dude. No way. No. Absolutely not, Azure. Alright. Azure, let's get the kings out, by the way. Thank you. Alright, I'll take mites from you, Alois. Because I'm not about the Chinese, dude. We went over this. I'm not about those bastards. I don't care about the Wallers, man. I never have cared about them. Well, I got Aspect of the Days on because it's fucking Huntard. I'm raging a little bit. I'm raging and I'm Cajun. We must be friends. Listen, you want to be friends with them, you can, because you're part of that fucking uwu bullshit clan. I'm not. I'm a man about this shit, dude. I don't like them. I'm a Futanari main for a reason. Okay, I got disoriented. There is bombs on the floor, Azure, so be mindful. We are going after runecasters first, by the way. That is the kill target. That is always the kill target. I'm always going to be switching targets in order to get aggro. So as long as you know to go after the rune casters, that's all that matters.
Got it.
Hold on. We're good. Alright, there's 2 of them in this one. I'm gonna use shield wall here. Don't forget to judgment the target, Azure, with light. Because I couldn't find it on that pole. Dude, Judgment of Light is the carry. I don't care what anyone says. That thing carries. That's that guy from the Night Howlers, that bunny foo-foo. Let's get Azure out of the thing. Alright. Well, no tank weapon. You could have been a Night Elven.
Could have been a Night Elf.
I know, dude. Night Elven's best in slot. Now, here's the thing. Draenei's are good too, but I like the Light Force Draenei's better. Because they have the most overpowered racial in the game for damage, and as a paladin, it stacks. So by default, if you didn't play Legion back in the day and unlock them, but basically Light Force Draenei gets a racial that allows you to do 1 million damage. This is not a crit, by the way. This is just the raw damage. 1 million damage AoE, holy damage AoE button, basically. As paladin, it was retarded. You got to stack that with wings, and like the biggest one I got was probably 25 million in Mythic Plus. Back in the day, it was Mythic 25. I'm telling you, I used that thing, blew up everybody. It was so good. I am going to get this grip on the side, by the way. I need my rep. I'm just letting Azure know I need my rep. I think that's what's it. I think I got that guy's name wrong, but I'm sure he'll get it. I'm glad that guy's not a part of the guild anymore. I fucking hated that guy. I know hate's a pretty strong word, but got him on stream on basically doing a whole bunch of bullshit, and I had to call him out. I didn't fight with him in the world chat like he was calling me out. I went straight to his guild master. Had their guild master watch my 6-hour stream, by the way. And they watched it. It was crazy, but that dude came after me for no reason.
I don't know that person. I never saw the name before.
They're assholes. That's all you really know. The Night Howlers are actually pretty good people. The Night Howlers and the Innkeepers and the Night Howlers are pretty good people. The Innkeepers took us in when we were first on the server, and we had an alliance with them, and we were called the Sister Keepers, because they were called the Innkeepers, and we were sisterhood. So I was like, we're the Sister Keepers. But it was a big deal, dude. We were a big alliance with them, and then when I broke off from them, and I was like, we're gonna start pugging this shit on our own. That's what we did. And then the Night Howlers started coming to our raids as well. And I liked a lot of the Night Howlers. I thought a lot of them were pretty good. I didn't get the charge, so I don't have enough rage. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not shitting on this person, by the way. Congrats on your achievement.
Thanks. I don't even know what that is.
You got Accord, Exalted, and then you got a Reputation to Exalted. So you just got 2 achievements by getting 1 to Exalted.
Nice.
So now you can switch.
Oh, okay. Nice. It didn't. I thought it was something to do with that boss.
No.
Let's see.
But as survival hunter, your whole existence is becoming a melee hunter so you can drop your traps. And that dude was not... Okay, Azure, why did you protect me, man? That was bad, dude. I don't think I was dying that bad. Azure likes to troll me in his off hours. He's not really this much of a shit hook. He normally gives me all the right hand spells when I need them. Most of the times when he's on his main paladin. Azure, it's fine, but it's just that shit right there. That's not good, man. Like that could have ended pretty badly. Can I get a devastate? Okay, we're gonna keep moving, by the way. After we get the dragon down, we're going after the seer because she has a heal. I'm gonna stun the heal. Oh, come on, Azure, you got this. Come on now. I can't do dog shit when I'm stunned and bent over. Oh, shit. Maybe that crossbow will drop. That would be pretty good for me.
Hope so.
Because I don't think the hunter needs the crossbow. Okay, we're gonna get out of the axe. Oh, fuck. Okay, never mind. I'm fine. I thought I fucked myself, but I'm fine. Well, we got pants.
Yeah.
I guess I could build my DPS set. It's a thing.
Yeah, I can.
Well, I guess we're going for that then. About it. Wish that was on my paladin, but I'll take them for my warrior because my warriors need more hit rating than paladin. All right, so at least you're going to bed, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna go to bed.
All right, so here's the deal, dude. Tomorrow, well, later on today, we'll hit it some more if you're on.
Yeah, I'm down for that. Yep.
Regardless, if it's just us two, we'll get in there and we'll get it done.
Sounds good.
By the way, always, I just want to say thanks for hanging out and thanks for being here with us and thanks for helping tonight.
Oh yeah. Thanks for having me. I had a great time.
That's what I'm talking about, man. We're going to next families, damn it.
Yeah.
You gotta be stoked, man. All right, go to bed.
Heck yeah. Alright. I'll talk to you tomorrow then.
I'll see you tomorrow, dude.
Yep. Have a good night.
You too.
Thanks. Later.
All right, Azure, do you want to do some more, or are you done for tonight? I know you said you were tired, so... And by the way, Azure, I'm going to be honest with you. I am below the defense cap, by the way, but I don't give a shit. I need 4 more defense, but, you know, I'm going to go get an upgrade. By the way, Azure, I want to tell you something. If you get any damaged necklaces, I want those, by the way, because I actually got my jewel crafting up to where it needs to be, but I can't buy any cuts unless I have those. And I know that you have your own jewel crafter, but I need my cuts, dude. I need to get my big dragon eye gem cuts for this character, but I need so many of those necklaces. It takes 3 to get 1 pattern for a cut. It's ridiculous. Damn. Okay, so that's 40 badges to get the belt. Shit. That's terrible. 40 badges for that. Alright, well... 40, 50, 65, and then I need to get the tier tokens. So... I'll just hold on to my badges, I guess, because I really need to get the belt. That's the big one that I need. We a good bunch of elixir. I know. By the way, Dad put a whole bunch of shit in the guild bank too. So you and him can start working together on that shit. Oh, I got fucking lightning again. Can we actually get something I need? I guess I can get my two-hander if it drops, if you don't have somebody in here that needs it. This dungeon's good, Azure. I want some upgrades, though. No, I would go in here normally, but I'm not equipped for this. We'll wait for that to get out. Alright, I got some cooldowns up, Azure. I'm gonna take a lot of damage up front. but it won't be forever. Am I the only? Yeah, I think I am the only plate user besides you in here, so I'm just gonna roll on that shit if it drops. Oh yeah, so we did Pinnacle tonight, Azure, and we had a Ret Paladin Dwarf in full tank gear DPSing as Ret. We got to the last boss, the sword drops. I rolled need on it immediately, and that dude rolled against me, but I still won it. Just garbage. The only thing that matters is I actually got it. And then Joseph helped me by giving me all the materials for Mongoose, so my warrior's pretty set weapon and shield wise. I just need to get the other pieces. Uncle Joe, yeah, he was in the voice chat tonight. He just doesn't want to play until Nax Ramus comes out, but I got on him about he needs to come and actually fucking gear his character, basically. He said he's gonna come and off tank for us. But if he doesn't off tank, that guy that was just with us, Alois, he's gonna off tank. So Joe might be coming back and actually being the off tank for the guild, but we'll see. He still went to be with his boyfriend, so he ain't quote-unquote back. Alright, Ash, I'm gonna start taking some damage here. Alright, we good. Azure, please, please, don't edge me. Not in this gear, please, don't edge me. Shit, man, would you quit knocking me back, you assholes? No charge, though. That feels so fucking terrible. Oh my god. God, you're really edging me tonight, Azure. God. I think you're enjoying that a little bit too much. Yeah, I'm doing your strat on this character, because I am not putting up with ads being undergeared. I'll use the bullshit strat. Alright, we're good. They're dead. Azure, focus. There we go. God, I'm stuck in place, man. Can I actually get out of this bullshit? Here we go. We're off to the races, baby. Dude, I have like 5% crit chance, but I'm critting out the asshole tonight. This guy's a freaking angler, too. You love them anglers, Azure. Alright, here we go. I'm going to taunt into charge. This might be a little rough for you, Azure, but I'm going to pull it anyway. I'm going to use Last Stand here. I'm going to have a lot more health. I'm going to have 30% more health, but once that rolls off, I lose that health. I am going to be pulling all the trash, by the way, in this room, so... I feel like I'm kind of edging this whole group right now. Everybody has like no mana besides you. The edge is real, to be honest. shit. Oh god, Azure, I am so sorry. I didn't think this was gonna happen. Well, we are in the weeds right now. I'm gonna use a heal potion. I don't have anything else, by the way. I use trinkets. This is all on you, Azure. My god, at least the hunter's actually fucking doing something now. Well, that all went according to plan, by the way. I was gonna pull all that shit anyway. Good job, Azure, by the way. You just healed an undergeared tank, man. I don't know where the fuck that one's going, but he's going somewhere. Alright, Azure, I'm going to take a lot of damage up front, which you need to be worried about because this character's not geared, but just know it won't be there forever. I'm going to go ahead and use a trinket here. We're okay. All's well that ends well. Look at that. Easy peasy. I'm just gonna go. They don't need mana. Let's go. Remember the divine sacrifice on the first Nova, because I don't have it, you do. Oh, damn, Azure, you gotta not die on me. That was, you edged yourself there. Holy shit. Alright, what do we got here? No weapon feels bad. Well, I'll take that helmet, I guess. Build me a DPS set. Alright, Azure, I appreciate you hanging out and doing stuff with this man. I need to get a couple more. I need to get more than just a couple, but 40, 50, 60. I need to get 15 more. Good night, Azure. I'll see you tomorrow. What does the prot warrior get in terms? Actually, I can go get that stuff now as well. I'll go do that real quick. I need to start getting those for tabards too. Okay, so that's a DPS gain. This is a DPS gain. I can sell this shit. This is DPS gain. Damn, I've been going for 3 hours. That's crazy. Definitely is 3 a.m. We're definitely gonna guide these items, and then I'm gonna shut down shop. Probably will come back and do more streaming later on today, because Alois needs to still get gear. I kind of want to continue gearing this character. Yeah. Made out semi like a bandit. Did the first pinnacle run, got my sword, picked up my shield right after that, and then after that, nothing else. I haven't got anything else in the drop yet, besides DPS pieces. Alright, now we're gonna get 3 pretty mega important items here. Get rid of these damn fireworks. We don't want those. So we get pretty high on the totem pole. We get our pretty much one of our best in slot. Well, we get the best in slot chess piece until we get the tier 1. So we're gonna get this. We're gonna sell these items, so I actually have some inventory space. So we're gonna get the cloak. There's the boots and the mega chest piece. So we're gonna equip these. And then from there, I need to go get my other tabards, basically. I need to get the Argent Crusade, which the Argent Crusade one's pretty damn important because you get the tank pants, but I might forego that because I can just get the heroic ones, and I don't really need anything else from this reputation. Well, I lied. I do need to get this, but I can just buy this on my paladin and give it to me, and then mail it over to myself. But there is also this gem cut, so I guess I should still go after that. We also got the Evan Blade. It's got 2 different gem cuts, which are semi-important. But I think the Evan Blade's pretty important because I get my weapon. And if I wanted to go DPS as Fury, I would want 2 of those. Someone said something. Yeah, I don't want your free trial. I was answering somebody on Discord, but yeah, we're gonna have to. I think I'll probably get the Evan Blade tabard for sure, and then probably get. I'm gonna have to get the Argent Crusade one too. So if I don't get lucky enough for those pants. Well, we'll have to think about that. I'm not gonna do it right now, though. But I appreciate everybody that's been watching tonight, and if you like what I've done tonight, hit that thumbs up so it knows that so it lets me know that I'm doing something that you guys like, and it pushes this out to another so we can bring more people in. We are going to be coming back to the channel pretty quickly here. The 13th is when we're going to go back to Naxxramas, and then every Friday and Saturday we're going to be raiding Naxxramas until we clear out normal, and then we're going to do heroic, and then we'll just have those two on farm until all the war comes out. So we're going to be coming back with a lot of live stream content here pretty soon, but I'll see you guys later on today, because I'll probably get the Wardens together, and we'll probably do more of this. We gotta get Alois up. I kind of want to, like I said, I kind of want to get more stuff on this character, so we'll just do some more stuff. But until later, guys, take care.